Hello everyone, my name is Sahul Mankar from Dr. Ullas Patel Medical College studying in second year MBBS and my topic is hyperlipidemic drugs. First we will see lipid transport. The lipid transport system moves lipids from the hepatobiliary and gastrointestinal system to areas of the body where it is needed to produce certain hormones. So when a man consumes food which is rich in fats, that is lipid, it passes via GIT entering in intestines where it gets converted into chylomicrons which passes to through the lacteals entering blood circulation and ultimately coming to the liver, as you can see in the diagram, where it gets converted into triglycerides and other various lipoproteins carries cholesterol from liver to body cells. So this is how lipid transport works. It was just an overview of the process. Next is lipoprotein. Lipids are transported in plasma as lipoproteins. They are classified into six classes based on particle size and density. So here are those six lipoproteins with their function given. First is chylomicrons, which helps in dietary triglyceride transport. Chylomicrons remnant helps in dietary cholesterol transport. VLDL helps in endogenous triglyceride transport. IDL does transport cholesterol esters, and triglyceride to liver. LDL transports cholesterol to tissues and liver. HDL does the removal of cholesterol from tissues, hence called as good cholesterol. Hyperlipidemia, a condition in which there are high levels of fat particles, that is lipids, in the blood. There are certain modifiable risk factors and non-modifiable. Modifiable includes obesity, lack of physical activity or exercise, hypertension, that is high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes mellitus, and non-modifiable includes aging, genetic predisposition, cardiovascular diseases, and it will be more prominent in male gender. Hypolipidemic drugs. So, to control this condition called as hyperlipidemia, we use hypolipidemic drugs, also called as antilipidemic drugs. Why hyperlipidemia is important to be controlled? Because it may further lead to atherosclerosis, which narrowing of blood vessels, which may further lead to myocardial infarction and stroke, which could be fatal. So, this is very important to be treated. So, hypolipidemic drugs are classified into HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, also called as statins, bile acid sequestrants, lipoprotein lipase activators, also called as fibrates, lipolysis and triglyceride synthesis inhibitor, sterol absorption inhibitor. I personally would be dealing with statins and fibrates. So statins include drugs called as lovastatin, simvastatin, pravastatin, atorvastatin, rosuvastatin, and pitavastatin. There are other drugs also which ends with statin, like cilastatin and pentostatin, which is an anti-cancer drug. There is one hormone also called as somatostatin, which is a growth hormone. So don't get confused. If you will closely look, statin ends with vastatin. So remember VA. Fibrates include clofibrate, gemfibrozil, benzafibrate, and fenofibrate. So first is statins. They have maximum LDL cholesterol lowering potential. They are usually given at night as HMG-CoA reductase has maximum activity during night time, and this is the particular enzyme on which statins acts. But sometimes but some statins like atorvastatin and rosuvastatin can be given during daytime because of their longer acting action. Mechanism of action of statins is that they block the action of HMG-CoA reductase enzyme. As you can see in the diagram, some basic biochemistry over here. Acetyl-CoA gets converted into mevalonate, which gets ultimately converted to cholesterol. So the rate limiting stage is where acetyl-CoA gets converted into mevalonate in presence of HMG-CoA reductase. So what the statins do? They block this enzyme, ultimately leading to inhibition of synthesis of cholesterol. Users of statin includes it is the first choice of drugs to treat primary hyperlipidemias. They show more beneficial effects on heart called pleiotropic effects that are plaque stabilization, decreases endothelial dysfunction, decreases oxidative stress, acts as antithrombotic agent, and decreases inflammation, that is anti-inflammatory action. Major adverse effects includes myopathy, hepatotoxicity. They increase the risk for diabetes, should not be given in pregnancy, some gastrointestinal complaints, and also statins should never be combined with fibrates. Next is fibrates. Fibrates have maximum triglycerides lowering potential. Mechanism of action is as follows. The fibrates that are isobutyric acid derivatives primarily activate lipoprotein lipase, which is a key enzyme in the degradation of VLDL, resulting in lowering of circulating TGs. This effect is exerted through nuclear peroxisome proliferator activated receptor alpha. PPAR alpha is a gene transcription regulating receptor expressed in liver, fat, and muscles, whose activation enhances lipoprotein lipase synthesis and fatty acid oxidation. The same mechanism of action is given in the form of flow chart. So ultimately fibrates lead to these actions, that is increase in LDL particle size, increase in HDL synthesis, decrease in atherogenicity, increase in reverse cholesterol transport, decrease in thrombogenicity, decrease in inflammation, and decrease in triglycerides, which is its main action. Adverse effects. The most common adverse effects are mild gastrointestinal disturbances, lithiasis, because these drugs increase biliary cholesterol excretion. There is a predisposition to the formation of gallstones. Myositis, that is inflammation of a voluntary muscle. Fibrates compete with the coumarin anticoagulants for binding sites on plasma proteins. Uses include gemfibrozil is a first line of drug for patients with markedly raised triglyceride levels. It is effective mainly in type 3 hyperlipoproteinemia and also beneficial in type 4 and type 5 disease. Shows direct anti-inflammatory effects in visceral fat. So this was all about statins and fibrates. Now we will look some MCQs. So first is, which of the following is a statin? So as I already mentioned, statin should end with vastatin. And only one here ends with vastatin, which is atorvastatin. So answer is B. PPRA alpha is a gene transcription regulating receptor in all except so it is expressed on liver, fat cell, muscle, but not on lung. So answer is C. Which are the first choice drugs for primary hyperlipidemias? Statins, which are also called as HMG CoA reductase inhibitors. So answer is B. Which of the following is called as a good cholesterol? HDL, everybody knows this. Which of the following is a potential side effect of gemfibrozil? So gemfibrozil is a fibrate. So headache, yes. Weight gain, yes. Muscle pain, yes. Answer would be all of the above. So that's all from my side. Thanks for watching.